Hello and how's it going, everyone? I'm back with another Battle for Middle-earth video, Legend of the Third Age. This is going to be a match between myself and another player called Cora. So let's just jump right into it. So this is just a replay file. So I was playing the Elven faction, and then Cora, he was playing the Goblins. So these are two of the new factions in the mod, and we're just gonna rewatch it together and see how I played the match and see how he played the match to see how things turned out. This is a match that I don't think happens very often, especially because we're still having some difficulty finding players to play online with us, so we can test everything out. But nonetheless, if I remember correctly, this was a pretty good match. So he opened running right down to the middle and Force Weizen, and here I don't think either of us knew which one would win, if the Elves would win against the Goblins. I don't know, 1v1 with that, but I think I won because I had the Frodo here. I don't know if I would win otherwise. So this is some of the things that are hard for us to know, like which armies win against which other armies, accounting like to buffs. Like it's easy to test 1v1, but once you start adding up buffs and stuff like that, it gets harder to test. So I'm trying to creep this, and I think I went for this. I already grabbed this, and where did I send my other elves? My other elves I just sent down the middle to see what he was up to. And he started with 3 mines. So for a little while here, he had absolutely nothing. And he is now making Golem, which is interesting. I probably should have checked to see what he was doing, but I didn't. And let's see what I do now. I don't really remember how I played this matchup. Oh, and had another Goblin Battalion here. And I'm trying to defend that now, but he's gonna take that. They do a lot of damage to... I managed to demolish that in time. But these units, they do quite a lot of damage to structures. You'll see that I'll send my units to destroy his mines, but you'll see how long they will take. Like, it takes quite a while for these units to destroy this, but it takes no time for this guy to destroy my production unit. So I got his units out, so I'm gonna deal with that now. And I guess he's going for my top farm here. What else is he doing? He's still only building just mines. Yeah, still only production units here. I always like to see how he plays, because he is definitely a better player than I am. But I play this mod a lot more than he does. So I have an advantage of knowing a little bit more about the mod and kind of what's strong and what's not. But overall, he's a way better Battle for Middle-earth player than I am. You see, these units have been here for quite a while, but it takes them quite a bit of time to kill one of these structures. So, yeah, take both of them now. He got this one back with his units. And what did he... Oh, he went for the Warg Riders, or the Warg Pit, which has the Warg Riders and the Cloud Wargs. Kind of like what you have on Battle for Middle-earth 2. And what am I doing here? Oh, I went for this because I believe I wanted to do to build horses. So far we're kind of somewhat evenly matched in the sense of how many production units. I mean, he obviously has more in his base because he's an evil faction, but I think I'm doing okay. As an Elven faction, if you can have a couple of farms out, you're generally good, because your mid to late game is really strong. Probably the strongest in the game currently, but sometimes getting there is quite difficult because your early game is really not the best. If I was playing Elves, if I was playing Goblins, I'm not too sure how I would play it. I don't think I would start this way with these units, but I'm not too sure. Maybe I would. And I didn't realize how fast they were and how easily they could attack my units moving, because I was trying to bring those guys here for the troll, but it didn't work out very well. So now I have my first Horse Battalion out. I'll probably be trying to regain some map control here. Let's see where I go. I remember I was having a really hard time clicking on Golem to actually have them attack the unit, but I think I finally got it there. Yeah, and then there you go. You got that. Right now he has a little bit more pressure on the map, I guess, than I do. I'm curious to see. Oh, they can't. I was curious to see if the one battalion of wargs could win against these guys, but they can't. Interesting. I wasn't sure about that. He's already building towers, which is also interesting because I haven't even come close to his base yet. And I decided to go for Arwen. Mostly because of his wargs. I thought, because she's pretty fast, so I thought I would be able to catch up with them. But I can't. They actually run faster than me if I don't have my dispel up here, but it's okay. Yeah, so right now we're just mostly fighting for map control. And considering he has very few units, he's doing a pretty good job with all the things that he has. Actually, he hasn't... Oh, he has a hero out now. Okay. Interesting. That's how he got that. I wasn't sure. I remember later on I'll walk here and I'll see that he got there, but I wasn't sure how he got that because of the units that he had. But he had his hero out doing that, which is interesting. And from my side, I still have... Let's see if I only have one. Do I have another horse battalion out or not yet? Oh, I have Haldir now as well. And I think I'll use him to crip a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure how I want to play the Elven early game, but I think what I did is really good, starting with horses and then just fight for map control, so you can keep your economy going. So you can actually, so later on you can start bringing some of the stronger units out, which are all these guys, and they're really expensive. They're like, the archers are 800, the spearmen are 700, so you need some money. And he's really good in pulling me around the map, like making so that I have to pay attention to multiple things at one time, which for me, it's not easy to do. Because as I said, I'm not that good of a player. I understand how the game is played, and I understand the kind of how the game should be played, but I have a hard time actually executing on it. So I'm still trying to get better. And he went for the Ward Riders now, which will help him with map control, I believe. For instance, I think I have Frodo here somewhere hidden. Is it? What? He's here on the mini-map, right? I don't know. Huh. Maybe it's a replay bug or something. I'm sure Frodo should be here. Here I'm leveling up Haldir, which is really good. It's gonna come in handy in a fight later on, if I'm not mistaken. Leveling your heroes is extremely important in this game. Same with the units. The units have been nerfed when they leveled in comparison to the original game. Because per level now they only gain 5 attack instead of 10, if I'm not mistaken. So they're not as strong as they are in the regular game, but they're obviously still strong, just not as strong. Which I think it's a good thing. But anyway. So he has the whole top side of the map and some of my side, and as I said, he's pretty good at just pulling me around the map and fighting for map control. I have a hard time just keeping up with everything that he's doing, but I'm trying to do my best. Also, in this game, it's extremely important to know which fights you can take, which fights you can't. You shouldn't be losing too many units in this game, like, whatsoever. Like, you should try to... like, if there's a fight that you can't win, there's no point in just, like, throwing my horses here or anything like that. I have to... If there's a fight, or if I see units in an area that I know I can't fight, I should just move to another area and try to fight for another area. Which is still a little bit difficult to me, but... Yeah, ideally that's what you should be doing. Now I start bringing some of the older warriors out. And fighting against the elves with the goblin faction, I think it's a really difficult fight. Because the elven units, once you start to bringing these guys out, they're really strong. So you need a lot more units to do with just the one battalion. As opposed if I was playing against, I don't know, Gondor or something like that, who has a little bit more even matched units. So here he went for my Haldir, but my Haldir is now level 5, which helps me in this fight quite a bit. I think here I got his hero. Yeah, I did. And this was a bad fight for him, especially because I have my Lancers out, and he only had horse units and then the one melee. So this was a bad fight for him. Because his hero, the hero that he had out, Bolg, he can be really tanky. He didn't use his ability soon enough, but he doesn't do that much damage. So it's not like Lords, once he pins me down, he can kill me easily. He still doesn't do that much damage. So that's why I think he lost that fight. Otherwise, if he kills Haldir, I think he can win that fight. Maybe, because these units are strong. These units are pretty strong. So now that I have those units out, I got another outpost at the bottom here. I can slowly try to get some map control back. Again, I'm still not too sure on how I want to play these fights as the Elves, but I think what I did this match was pretty good. Only use these barracks and start with horses and then slowly transition into these guys here. I think that was a good choice by my part. But I could also have simply just went straight for Galadrim, because they're also good against horses, so that might have worked out as well. Oh, and I think we had a little fight at the bottom here, and he retreated with these guys, yeah. Let's see how the PowerPoint situation is looking here. So I only had, what, that's 3 PowerPoints in total, I believe. I think this is 1 and this is 2, if I'm not mistaken. I'm farming for another one. So that's good. And let's see what he's up to. He has 2 already. He went for Tainted Land and Cave Bats. But he has 1 extra PowerPoint. I wonder why does he have a 1 more? Was it just because of the creeps that he had 1 more? I guess. There's another fight at the bottom here. I think it took me a little while to realize this was happening. I think I might lose some... Oh no, it didn't take me that long because I should have moved my horses away. They're quite strong, these guys, actually. Quite strong. Oh, and he has... What's his name? Rothog. Out. And he's back on the... And he got another PowerPoint from me there. Nice. And I think now I'm setting up to take the top part of the map here, but he's taking the bottom part from me now. And I think I lose Arrow. Yeah, she's crippled. She's definitely gone. I got another PowerPoint. And I just lose my units instantly here. I don't know why I sent them. I probably forgot about them. How is my hero situation looking here? I think... Do I only have Haldir? Oh, I have Celeborn as well. Nice. So these units are now pretty strong because I have double leadership on them. I have Haldir's, which is 25-25, and then I have Celeborn's, which is 30, and speed. So, which is really good. And Fury and Vulnerability as well, which is kind of important. So these units are pretty strong right now. And again, I transition out from horses, like I don't have my horses now, especially because I threw away one of my battalions. So now it's easy for him to get map control again. So we basically traded outposts here. He went for my bottom thing and he got it, and now I'm going for his top outpost. And he went heavy on cavalry on this match, which I thought was interesting. Again, I'm not sure how I would play this matchup, but I don't think I would use that many cavalries. I don't like cavalry in this game that much past the first few minutes. I think I can win this fight here. Because, again, these units are quite strong. And I have anti-cavalry units here, these guys. Oh, and I have more units coming out. Was a bad fight for him. I might lose Haldir. Yeah, I just lost Haldir here, though. Which I could have moved him out of... Oh, no, he was crippled, right? Yeah. Yeah, good play on his part. Well, now I can see Frodo. Now I have Glorfindel out as well. If I remember correctly, I wanted to do Glorfindel so I could fight his battalion a little bit. Now I'm going for... I'll try to poke him around here, mostly for power points. But I remember he countered me here. I don't remember what he did. I think he might have been doing giants. Yeah, he went for giants. And here I just wanted to get some structures out. Let's see what the power points are looking. So I had it's 3 power points, and then he's saving. Oh, he's saving a lot of power points here. Probably he wasn't too sure what to go for right away, so he's just saving them until he needs them. And this is where the Elven faction is really strong. Once you have a certain amount of units out, especially the strong units, it's really hard for him to just come here and do anything. Similar to Isengard in a way. Where if you have the combos upgraded with some leadership, it's hard to just walk into them. He only got 1 power point out of that, I believe. Yeah, 1 power point. And he got another one too, so it wasn't... Probably not a very worthwhile trade, but it is what it is. While all this is happening, he sent some battalions here. I think he forgot about them. Oh, they're just getting destroyed by these archers because they, once you activate the Silvertone arrows, you kind of knock them away, so it's hard for them to run away. And here I retreat because I wanted to heal my units. And now that the game got to this stage, I know I have a good chance. Even though I know he's a better player than me, because I know that the later the game goes, the stronger the Elven faction is. I'm still not sure I'm playing this properly. I'm not sure if I should have went for the blacksmith just for the banner carrier upgrades exclusively, because these other units, they don't take any armor or any upgrades like that. They only take banner carriers. I don't know if it was worth it or not. I decided not to. So right now I'm just trying to control some of the map. Again, take some control back. Again, if I have half of the map or something like this, for me this is good enough. I call it a win, but just because I know the Elven faction is really strong. If I have an economy going in any sort of shape or form, I know I'm in a good place. Yeah, that's probably... I'm not sure why I casted that there. Probably just a mistake from my part. I don't think he should fight this. Oh, that's why he fought that. I remember. I think I pulled some of my heroes here. Yeah. That was actually a good play for him. If it wasn't for the fact that my heroes just arrived. My heroes are strong. Especially like Celeborn, he's really strong. Even Frodo, I didn't even see that my Frodo got to level 10. Look at that. I think he got the last hit on Bog. I think if he had this guy on that fight, it might have been a different story. But again, once Celeborn gets there, it's a really difficult fight. Celeborn is strong, like on against melee heroes like that. So now I believe we're both just pretty much trying to build an army strong enough to defeat the other player. Because for me, like, even though it's easy for me to control around his base, I can't really push in. Like, I don't have any siege or anything like that. So that's what I'm saving for right now. I need something to be able to break his base. Which, what I have right now, I don't think it's enough. Looks like I might be going for some sort of play here. And I have Elrond now as well. If I can get some levels on Elrond, the game is pretty much over. I think once you have the main heroes for the Elven faction out, it's really hard, really difficult to play into them. They just become so strong. Let's see how much damage Elrond does. Not a lot. Oh, that was a misplay for me. I should have just killed that battalion. I don't know why I pulled Elrond out of there. Realistically, I could have... I think that's what I'm doing right now with my horses, is just getting back to map control. The reason I don't want to bring these units to destroy this side of the map is because it takes them too long for them to go back to do anything else if he moves out of his base. But my horses, they could have been doing that. Just going around the map and grabbing more settlements and stuff. But again, right now, I believe I'm just waiting so I can... Oh, there we go, yeah. I was waiting so I have enough money to buy the ants, so I can start sieging his base. But it gets difficult because he has giants, and the giants are decent against the ants. I mean, they're not decent, they're actually good against the ants. I believe they are a stronger version of the ants. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that. I think the ants are better if they have a treebeard, but the elves, they don't get treebeard. They only get regular ants. I went for a fight here, which is probably a bad idea from my part. I think I just wanted to keep those guys busy while I move these guys up. I think that was my plan. But like, they... Look at that. They demolished my units. Let's see how the power points are looking. So I got Gifts of the Valar, so my heroes are now a little bit stronger. And let's see what he has. Oh, he has Balrog already. And he went for money. Yeah. Because I think he realized he was kind of stuck inside his base for a little while, so he went for more money. I guess that was his thought process. And then for Balrog. And for myself, yeah, I still don't... I'm farming a few more power points here. Like here, this is a misplay for me. I don't think I should have gone for whatever he had here. I should have just gone for this building or this, but I didn't for whatever reason. Probably just wasn't paying that much attention. This probably buys me a little bit of time. Me destroying this citadel. Now I'm just trying to farm some extra power points, destroying his towers and everything here. Because I think I needed 5. No, I think I was going for the Elven Alliance or the Alliance spell thingy that costs 7 power points. That's what I was saving up for, I believe. And he still has this at the bottom, right? He does, yeah. And he's still going for giants. How's his money looking? Oh my god, he has a lot of money. Money was not a problem for him. I mean, to be fair, I left all these buildings. Just farming for no reason. I could have destroyed them at any time with my horses. But I didn't. It was a bad play for me. I'll know it better for next time, I guess. It'd be good if I could level up Elrond a little bit. Let's see where Celeborn is at. Celeborn is level 4. Alder is quite high level. Now I'm rebuilding my army, and he's doing the same. But he has a lot more money than I do. I'm surprised he's not going for the half-trolls. I think the half-trolls would be good with these units. Just to buy a space for the giants, I think. Could be wrong. I think it would have been... might have been good. You know, I have to rebuild my whole army. I think... oh yeah, I lost Arwen. The rest of my heroes are just chilling here. Do I have any horses? Oh, and I got a... Y here, is that her? No, Lendroval. To help me fight a little bit for map control. And I think now I'm gonna take these buildings from him with my units there. Now I'm almost there, almost at my next power point that I wanted. Oh, now he has his Balrog out. Balrog here is only, he starts from level 1. He doesn't have his breath fire from the Gecko. Which I think it's a good thing, I think. I think it took me a while to realize that he had Balrog, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, now I've claimed the bottom part of the map and the top, so he only has his base and this one mine on the side here, which doesn't seem to matter because he's doing pretty well on money, right? Oh, he burned through his money doing the Balrog and all the giants, so. And then for myself, I'm almost at the point where I can buy the alliance spell thingy. But I need to rebuild my army first. So here they come, a lot of archers. Some of the spear guys, because he was going for horses all the game. And I think the spear guys are good against these ones as well, I think. Could be wrong, could be mistaken. And I got his last farm out as well. More units, more archers. I believe I'm gonna buy ants here to siege him. And once I have my eagle out, it's really hard for him to fight for map control back again, because if he makes horses or giants or whatever and they leave the base to try to get anything, I can just send my eagle to pretty much destroy them. So now for him to move out, he needs yeah, he needs to move out of his army, otherwise it just doesn't work. Now I made combos here with my, you can see that they have a lot of... And good thing I have a lot of heroes, otherwise I would have no way of dealing with his Balrog. But I have Celeborn here. Now Elrond just joined the fight. I think Elrond makes helps a lot here. I think Elrond is pretty good, and I have Glorfindel coming as well. I think I'll probably be able to get his Balrog here. And on the side here, that's where I summoned the alliance spell thingy. I kind of lured him here, and then I just came from the side with the ants and these guys. Now I have Glorfindel and Elrond wreaking havoc on them. Maybe Celeborn as well? Yeah, Celeborn as well. They're all really strong heroes, as you can see. They're just destroying his army. Even though my army is gone. And now his base is pretty much done too. This fight is very different if the Balrog is higher level. If he managed to level up his Balrog a little bit, and he had the Flame Breath ability, I think I lose everything here. And then he can push. So... yeah, and this is pretty much GG. Game's pretty much over. He doesn't have anything left. And there you go. Again, this is... we're still not 100% sure how the meta is on this patch or this mod, I guess. So we're still trying to figure it out, but I thought it was a pretty good match. What do you guys think? Would you have done anything different if you've played the mod before? Let me know in all the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.